Hey, welcome back to MobilityWOD. I'm Kelly Starrett.
I'm Juliette Starrett.
Today we want to talk about a project we've been noodling on for a couple of years. Now, for the last 8 years, we've been traveling the world, literally, almost every continent, not Antarctica, but we have been talking to athletes and coaches and providers during that time of all shapes and sizes and sorts. Physicians, chiropractors, physical therapists. We have seen every provider who's been to our course across the planet. We've been consulting. And number one question that comes through the MobilityWOD website is,
Can you refer me to a provider where I live? And the issue for us has been that we have a handful of providers that we know personally. So if you happen to live in the city where we know those people, we can. But by and large, our answer to that question has had to be, no, sorry, we can't refer you to a provider. So our goal with WOD List was to connect athletes with the thousands of providers we know are out there providing awesome care to athletes, and our goal is to connect our community of athletes with those providers.
now we know that if we put this back onto the community of athletes and coaches out there, then these extraordinary providers will emerge. What we know is that in every local community there is at least one person who has been putting out the fires and putting athletes into better positions for decades. And if we can connect the dots and let people know about that man or woman doing extraordinary work, we know that we can solve a lot of problems. The problem has been always trying to connect it. And as Juliet said, when people call us, I'm always like, call the local gym, find out who they're using. Well, we think that that's grossly inefficient, and finally we have a solution, and that is WOD List.
We're going to be launching WOD List on August 27th, which is a week and a half from today, and we're really excited to offer the first 7 days to sign up for practitioners for free. The site will always be free for athletes looking to find a provider, but for the first 7 days we want to get as many practitioners and providers onto the site, so we're going to give it away for free. It's going to be a year on our site for free if you sign up in the first 7 days.
The idea here, though, is we think that there's a lot of slack in the communication between finding the right provider. Now, in physical therapy school, we talked about an idealized world where chiros were working next to physical therapists, we're working next to physicians, and we know is that that's not the case. And finally, we feel like we have a platform to start to connect that multidisciplinary approach we know works. The other idea, though, is that, as people can attest, not every provider is necessarily a good match in the performance realm. And one of our big jokes has always been, or memes has been, hey, how do I find a good physical therapist? Well, she's probably deadlifting right next to me, right? So what we finally figured out is that it's time to connect the athlete with the provider and just get rid of the middleman. And that middleman is the space between you and the internet, right? So finally, under one site, you have a chance to connect the best with the people who need the best.
Exactly, and all the providers on our network are going to be screened, licensed, certified professionals. Athletes who use the site can review those professionals, so if you're looking for a practitioner, you can read the reviews and learn if this practitioner is going to be right for you. We really want to try to make a comprehensive database, the go-to location to find the most awesome performance-based providers out there.
Currently, WOD List lives on MobilityWOD.com. If you have a provider that you know and love, propose that he or she sign up in our first window. Certainly you can sign up after that, but we want to give our network of extraordinary providers a year of service if they sign up in this first week.
September 27th?
Oh, so August 27th.
Sorry, August 27th we're going to launch. Please let any and every provider that you know and work with know about this site. We want to get a huge database of providers.
Thank you guys very much.
Thank you.